248-548-9565. And if you're out in White Lake, call 248-886-8626 or go to their website, familyheating.com. And stay tuned now for the Bright Side of Aging and the Entrepreneurs Network with Ike Engelbaum. And he's got a wonderful guest today on the show. They're going to be talking about his new book, Memory Rescue. Dr. Amen is the doctor who wrote that book, and he's going to talk about that. Thank you for being our guest this morning. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and if you're not too busy, tune in because we'll be on the air. I'm Bob Allison. Rob and I will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock.
This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights. WNZK has available a few good hours of airtime for a few good programs to serve their communities. Radio is better than ever in targeting an audience that listens to what you say. Learn more about this exciting radio broadcasting opportunity by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500.
Welcome to the Bright Side of Aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. If you are diabetic, I am sure you have been warned by your doctor about the circulation problems that may occur, especially in your legs and your feet. That is why Medicare still pays for a free new pair of shoes if you're diabetic. And also, there's a system called neuropathy that may settle in that can be treated by a non-invasive system best described as the anodyne therapy. Call 1-888-489-8980 and find out how your leg circulation could be possibly improved by the anodyne therapy. Anodyne therapy is a non-invasive way of producing warmth in your legs and is applied by a professional in the convenience of your home or a nearby office. That's 1-888-489-8980. And if you'd like a free brochure on how Medicare can help you as a diabetic patient, many services are available for free. Call 1-888-489-8980.
If your question is, who am I going to call to bring the kind of services into my home that I need because I can't get out? House Calls on Wheels provides both medical and non-medical services in your home. They can bring in doctors, dentists, nurses, therapists, and more. And those medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. And they have all sorts of non-medical services, whatever you need. Now, if you use 4 hours or more of non-medical services per month, you're going to get a free personal emergency button telephone that you can use for both emergencies or daily use. Call House Calls on Wheels toll-free for further information. 1-888-489-8980. That's 1-888-489-8980.
And hopefully you are on the brink of a wonderful, wonderful holiday season. because that's where we are. You know, I always start thinking about the holidays as soon as the number of days left get down to the 2 digits. And we've been there for a while, and we are so many times spoiled by thinking what we don't have instead of thinking what we do have. We are living to date probably in a civilization type of lifestyle that's never been really done before. Somehow we still don't seem to appreciate it. If there's a message that I like to convey during the year, is to be thankful of what you have, because there are people that don't come anywhere near what, even in the category of poor people in this country, have, that's so much superior to what some rich people have in other parts of the world. I have a wish list, and one of them is for us to be able to figure out some basic things about our existence in the United States of America. First of all, I think that the name itself has a lot to say about it. It's United States. I can't think of too many other countries that have the two letters signifying that. Us, U.S., right? I believe there's possibly one or two other countries that have a similar connotation, but I really am impressed with the very fact that we're united and our abbreviation is US. And the truth of it is that as us, we should do everything to reach out to the people that are in need. I'm a proud member of the Rotary Club and also the Optimist Club, and I volunteer for Civitas, which is another nonprofit organization devoted to giving back to the community. The joy that you can create in giving to people around you can never be duplicated in dollars and cents. Having said that, that doesn't mean you should avoid not making a living in life. And earning income is not the terrible thing. It's something that you should strive for. And for those of you who know me, I started the Entrepreneur Network of Michigan group probably now close to 45 years. We have over 20,000 people that we've contacted by handshake or at least face-to-face. And I'm working now with houses of faith, churches, synagogues, where I motivate the congregations to reach out to their fellow congregants as to how they can be helpful. If you are indeed interested in any of the comments or ideas that I bring up, I purposely have a toll-free number so it doesn't even cost you money to be in touch with me. The toll-free number that I give out all the time is 888-489-8980. That's available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, including holidays. And if you're anxious to talk to me directly, then all you have to do is press number 1. And I purposely keep it simple. And I've been promoting the whole aspect of not only helping people in their senior years, but also in their junior years. I work with different health-related companies. As you know, we provide in-home health care, medical and non-medical. And something that I'm really excited about implementing is that, as the philosophy goes, I have what I like to call Ikeisms because of my first name. And some of them I sort of change around, others I leave alone. This one is a bit of philosophy of anarchism, that there are three groups of people on earth. There is one group of people that make things happen. Second group of people watch things happen. And unfortunately, there's a third group of people that seems to be in the majority, and they stand around asking, well, what happened? I try to avoid that as much as is possible. Our Entrepreneur Network group has been meeting in different locations, and we welcome people that are 50 plus, because now with the way our country is going, fortunately, the good news is we are living longer and hopefully healthier as well. Our guest for the next segment is going to address some of the ways that we can enjoy life, and by the way, having a mind that is functioning so that you don't go around every other minute and saying, oh my goodness, I'm losing everything. You don't lose everything, you have to adjust to it. And what I would like to convey to you, if you indeed are looking to earn extra income and want to find a second career path, by all means call me. I'm working with some churches where I have the congregations that are interested. Identify what each other needs. Isn't it interesting that I've been in my neighborhood for probably 45 years, and there's all neighborhoods. You have new neighbors coming in, and some of the more older ones, or seasoned as I like to call them, moving out. Well, truth of it is that if you are really interested in reaching out, why not start in your own neighborhood? Why not start a block club? And there are so many great organizations. I belong to not only the Rotary and the Optimist Club, and by the way, the Optimist Club that I belong to, because I live in West Bloomfield, meets Tuesday mornings, 7:30 to 8:30, every Tuesday morning. If you're a guest, it's free to attend. And Tuesday mornings, we meet at the Stage Deli, which is just south of Maple on Orchard Lake Road. Yes, we can put you on stage, or in stage. We have a nice breakfast. You get a chance to meet with giving-type people. If you're interested in starting a similar type organization in your church, by all means call me. One of my joys in life, and I'm not looking forward to having a tombstone, but if I were to choose what sort of a phrase that, or some sort of a tagline that I'd like to have on my tombstone, I'd like to have it say, a people connector. So I am looking to reach out to people. I think you should do the same. And you know something? It is amazing. I actually do health fairs at different churches, and you look around, and many times there are people there that really look like they're carrying the burden of the world on their shoulders, and they really don't seem very communicative or social type. Guess what? Just extending a hello with a smile brings out that really friend part of their anatomy and their brain. It is amazing. Some of those people become the best of friends. So reach out. Be thankful of what we have. And I think one of the models that you might use actually comes from the Jewish tradition that I have promoted, and that's the Seder. A lot of people that are not Jewish have heard it's called Passover, and it's a really terrific type ceremony, but a good part of it is devoted to asking and identifying, asking things what got us here and how grateful we are to be here. So if you would like some guidance on how you can have your own Seder, maybe this year Thanksgiving is too short a notice, let me know. Make up your own questions. What do you like most about America? What have you done this past year that's given back to another human being? Before I take my break, I'd like to share one of my favorite poems, which is titled Success, which starts off with to laugh and to laugh often, and to grow a garden to make the world a little more beautiful than it was when you arrived, to learn from the slings and arrows of fake friends, and learn from the wisdom of true friends. But above all, to know that one other human being breathes a little bit easier because you have lived, that is success. And we're going to be right back with a very successful doctor in just 1 minute. Don't you dare go away. If you are diabetic, I am sure you have been warned by your doctor about the circulation problems that may occur, especially in your legs and your feet. That is why Medicare still pays for a free new pair of shoes if you're diabetic. And also, there's a system called neuropathy that may settle in that can be treated by a non-invasive system best described as the anodyne therapy. Call 1-888-489-8980 and find out how your leg circulation could be possibly improved by the anodyne therapy. Anodyne therapy is a non-invasive way of producing warmth in your legs and is applied by a professional in the convenience of your home or a nearby office. That's 1-888-489-8980. And if you'd like a free brochure on how Medicare can help you as a diabetic patient, many services are available for free. Call 1-888-489-8980. And it's my joy to bring Dr. Amen on the radio lines. Dr. Daniel G. Amen has been on TV. He's world-renowned, and he's written a phenomenal book titled Memory Rescue, titled Supercharge Your Brain, Reverse Memory Loss, and Remember What Matters Most. Dr. Amen certainly has an appropriate name because when I read briefly through the book, I kept saying Amen, but his name is Amen. Dr. Amen is an award-winning neuroscientist. He's a psychiatrist and founder of the Amen Clinics with 8 locations across the United States. He's a 10-time New York Times best-selling author, including Change Your Brain, Change Your Life, Healing ADD, and The Daniel Plan, written with Pastor Rick Warren and Mark Hyman, MD. In 2016, Dr. Amen's brain imaging research was listed as one of the top 100 stories in science by Discover magazine. And he is the lead researcher on the largest brain imaging and rehabilitation study on the professional football players. Dr. Amen has written and produced 12 popular public television shows about the brain and that have aired across North America. His work has been featured by the New York Times Magazine, the Washington Post, Newsweek, Time Magazine, the Los Angeles Times, and Men's Health. He speaks internationally. Tell me, do you sleep, Dr. Amen?
Yeah, it's funny. I listen to that and think, well, I'm just old because I've been doing it for a long time. And, the older you get, the more serious you need to be about rescuing your memory.
Yes, right, right. Well, I just wondered, this may seem like a goofy question, but with all the research and study, have you sort of psychoanalyzed yourself, since you're a psychiatrist, as to how your brain seems to be different than it used to be?
Well, I've certainly looked at it, and that's actually one of the things that got me started on this journey of brain health. So I'm a psychiatrist by training, but in 1991 I started looking at people's brains, and when I looked at my own, I'm like, well, that's not good. And I developed this concept I have called brain envy. I wanted a better brain. And, everything in memory rescue is about how can you have a better brain, a better memory, and a better life.
Now, what I was impressed with is, as you may or may not know, my show is titled Bright Side of Aging, and your book is organized around your mnemonic device, Bright Minds. Could you briefly walk us through what that means?
So I love that title for your show. The idea behind memory rescue is if you want to keep your brain healthy or rescue your memory if you think it's headed for trouble, you have to prevent or treat the 11 major risk factors that steal your mind. We know what they are, and I created a mnemonic, a memory device, to help you remember the 11 major risk factors. And Bright Minds, if you can remember that, then that will jog your memory. So, for example, B is for blood flow. Low blood flow is the number one brain imaging predictor of Alzheimer's disease. Doing things like caffeine, nicotine, not treating high blood pressure damages the blood flow to your brain. And so for each of these risk factors, I have, well, how do you know if you have it? And then what do you do about it? And that really is the core of the plan. R is retirement and aging. When you stop learning, your brain starts dying. I is inflammation. G is genetics. H is head trauma, and so on.
And as far as the procedure to go through the steps, do you have sessions, group-type sessions that you go through each of the 11, or have sort of a support-type group meeting at all, or is it something that people do on their own?
Well, I have 8 clinics around the United States, so we actively image people, treat people, and help them rescue their memories. But, with all of my books, I want to make it super practical, if you never come to one of my clinics. And in the beginning of the book, there's a questionnaire to know, okay, well, which of the risk factors do I have? And then that way you can focus more on the chapters that are most important to you. I mean, ultimately, I want everybody to do everything because it's your brain. You remember in 1992 when Clinton was running for president, the slogan was, "It's the economy, stupid." And, that just lived forever because that was the singular most important issue in the election. Well, I often think it's the brain, stupid. Everything you do, everything you are, is directly related to how your brain functions. And if you don't get that right, nothing else in your life will be as good as it can be. Not your money, not your health, not your relationships, not your joy, not your sense of purpose, nothing.
Now tell me, as far as the other psychiatrists, how have they responded? Have you gotten sort of an army of psychiatrists that say, hey, this guy seems to know what he's talking about?
Psychiatrists are the only medical doctors who virtually never look at the organ they treat. So you want to think about that for a minute. If you break your bone, they're going to look at your bones. If you have chest pain, they're going to look at your heart. If your stomach hurts, they're going to look at your gut. Now, some of my colleagues think I should win the Nobel Prize, and others of them think I should be arrested. So it sort of keeps me balanced. It keeps me balanced. Never get too high or never get too low. But a week ago, someone posted a video of me on Facebook talking about our imaging work, and it's got 15 million views.
Wow!
Because it's a different way to look at mental health issues. And, it's through looking at the brain. So we do this study called SPECT, S-P-E-C-T. And brain SPECT imaging looks at blood flow and activity. It looks at how your brain works. And so one of the things we discovered, we've done 135,000 scans on people from 120 countries. So we have more experience than anybody in the world looking at people's brains. And one of the things we discovered is that Alzheimer's disease actually starts in your brain decades before you have any symptoms. Think about that. I diagnosed this one woman, Sally, at 59 with Alzheimer's disease. Odds are she had negative changes in her brain in her 20s. So those people waiting to lose their memory before they get serious about their health, they might want to rethink that issue. 50%, and Bill Gates just wrote about this. He's very excited about Alzheimer's prevention because he has it in his family. And he wrote this statistic we've known for a long time. If you're fortunate enough to live until you're 85 or beyond, and most of us want to do that, you have a 1 in 2 chance of being diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. Think about that. If you're blessed to live until 85, you have a 1 in 2 chance of having lost your mind.
Wow.
And I don't know about you. I love my 4 children. I look forward to seeing them. I call them. I love my grandchildren. I never want to live with them. I just don't, right? I love my independence. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want them worried about taking my driver's license from me. But if that's true, and it is, I have to do the right things for my brain. And it's not because I should do it. So people have the wrong idea. I should eat right, but I don't. You do it because you love yourself. It's the ultimate act of love to eat right, to exercise, to engage in new learning, because you love your life.
Well, that's a great message to convey, is that, what do they say, it's not for me, but it's for you. And the truth of it is that indeed it is for me, because obviously you can't enjoy your grandkids if you don't take care of yourself. I know you're on a tight schedule, but I am really impressed with your book, and it's available, I assume, on Amazon, titled Memory Rescue. You can actually help people rescue their memory, no matter what the other psychiatrists are saying about you. Good luck, Dr. Heyman. It's been a delight talking to you, and look forward to talking to you again, and better yet, seeing you on TV. Wow. Thanks for being on the air.
I have a PBS show.
Good. You're good. Yeah, very good. Unfortunately, I've run out of time, and I only have enough time for my parting thought, which is, yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging. Welcome to the Entrepreneurs Network radio show. Our mission is to interview successful entrepreneurs who are willing to share with us their ideas and experiences, both the successes and the failures. Because as it has been jokingly said, you should learn from the mistakes of others because you'll never live long enough to make them all yourself. My name is Ike Engelbaum, and I'm the founder of the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan, which is a group of motivated people that are all interested in helping each other and achieving our personal and professional goals. Please check out our website, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com, for meeting schedule as well as self-improvement material. Our philosophy is that if it's to be, it's up to me.
If you're one of those folks that needs a helping hand, like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or help you pay your bills, run your errands, laundry pickup and delivery, maybe somebody to help you with bathing and grooming or in-home hair cutting and styling, you can't get out and you need medical help, maybe a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, a podiatrist, you name it, or prescription delivery, House Calls on Wheels is the answer. They provide both non-medical and medical services in your home. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour if you're using any of the medical services, and all of the medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. Call House Calls on Wheels for further information. It's a toll-free number, 1-888-489-8980. That's House Calls on Wheels, 1-888-489-8980.
House Calls on Wheels has a great idea on how you can help your loved ones stay comfortable, independent, safe, and right at home by converting your attached garage or retrofitting your home to a customized home healthcare suite. Call 888-489-8980. The Healthcare Suite is a customized floor plan which quickly and easily converts your garage or modifies any room inside your home into a comfortable living area in less than 90 days. If you'd like, the unit has its own heating, air conditioning, and plumbing system, even a private bathroom, and all of this for less than a year's stay in a nursing home. And we have a budget plan so that we can work within your budget. Call 888-489-8980. We even have a free video that you can see. Call 888-489-8980 and find out about the Healthcare Suite now. And we're on, and as you know, the Entrepreneurs Network of Michigan has been around for about 45 years. That's almost half a century. Wow! And we meet routinely in different locations on a weekly basis. Our current location is Level 1 Bank, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Big Beaver and Woodward, which is in Bloomfield Hills. Great group of people. It's from 9:15 to 10:30. And by golly, have we got a deal for you. Every Thursday morning, please check our webpage, EntrepreneursNetworkofMichigan.com or ENOMichigan.com. If you'd like to be on our email list, by all means, log on. We use Meetup to recruit people to come to the meetings and notify them. If you are an entrepreneur or a budding entrepreneur, there's no way that you can lose. Why? First of all, we give you free donuts and coffee for free. Is that a good price for you? You're going to get a chance to do your 60-second elevator pitch and bingle with other entrepreneurs who are positive-minded, who are upbeat. We have sort of a itinerary, for lack of a better description. Number one, you not only are going to meet some great people who are upbeat and we are a giving group. And I've been promoting this now, as I mentioned, for 45 years, and as a result have actually met 20,000, possibly more people, because we've been meeting routinely. Right now, we're meeting in Bloomfield Hills on Thursdays. We're planning on having some meetings on Tuesday mornings in Berkeley at O'Mara's restaurant. Same time frame, 9:15 to 10:30. Then we do some after-hour mixers, and we just have a great time. If you show up, I will practically guarantee you 3 things. You're going to be pleased, obviously, with the price. We got great coffee. You're going to actually get some new ideas and some guidelines if you are interested in getting some coaching as to where you could improve. You'll have that, and you're going to have fun. And above all, you're going to walk out smarter than you walked in. And if you are looking to walk out dumber than you walked in, please do not come. We want people that are interested in self-improvement. We are looking for people, just like on Shark Tank, who have an idea and they don't quite know how to take the next step, how to get money. And the truth of it is that no matter what idea you have, as aside from the idea, you have to have the resources, the financing, the legal part. We do all of that as part of our membership. And one of our entrepreneurs who is best described as a financial coach, his name is Khalil Sardy. He's been in the hunt as an entrepreneur for the last 30 years. He's been navigating ups and downs with health issues, various business models, and business ventures. He's also made time to give back through his volunteer work at the American Red Cross, St. Vincent de Paul, the Gift of Life Michigan, Carriagetown Homeless Shelter, Henry Ford Transplant Institute, where he introduced his ACEs acronym for success in life, to just name a few. He is passionate about working with others and helping them realize their potential and reaching for their goals and dreams. He wants people to be inspired for life, have hope that the best is yet to come, and be empowered with better information to move forward and grow. Khalil is an alumni of Macomb County College with an associate degree in business management. He's also certified in entrepreneurship from the Business School for Entrepreneurs, certified in human behavior sciences from the Personality Insights Institute, and certified in successful public speaking from the Dale Carnegie Institute. He's self-motivated. He has completed many self-directed education programs in the fields of personal and professional development as part of his lifelong learning mission. He's here today to share some of his credentials as well as his knowledge. With all those certificates, Khalil, you still want to talk to me?
How you doing, Ike? Yes, of course I do. And I would love for your listeners to hear and listen to what we have to say today.
Well, I am always impressed. I love people like you to attend our meetings because you always participate, which is one of the tips that I like to give out to anybody that's an entrepreneur or in their some people think entrepreneur somehow takes away from their professionalism of being a business individual. Truth is, we all are entrepreneurs, whether we like to be titled that way or not. And the only way you can be successful is to participate in whatever you get involved with. I mentioned that the big thing about the entrepreneur network is that we have people from different organizations, and I'm really impressed with the fact that you participate in so many different organizations, many of them giving back. And that's one of the keys. Get involved. Participate not only physically, but also verbally. So tell me, Khalil, why are so many people struggling with the money thing and having difficulty in having their financial needs suffice what they need to do?
Ike, before I get started, I just want to say I'm very glad to be here today,
Well,
and it's
good.
always a pleasure speaking with you. And I love the meetups that you conduct.
Well, great.
And I consider it a privilege to be here, sitting here with
Thank
you today.
you. Well, I appreciate
But
that.
to answer your question as to why people are struggling and having difficulty making ends meet, in all fairness, most people out there, about 99% of the people are not living financially free. And I pause there because I get emotional about that number is so staggering. And 50% of the people in the United States are considered broke. And we live in the richest country in the world at the richest times in history. And those numbers are really staggering and scary. So why that is the case? People are having difficulty making ends meet, and it's because of where their hard-earned money is going. The three main reasons are that 2/3 of their income, of the money that they earn, goes to inflation, paying taxes, and servicing debt. And giving that have, taxes taxes and servicing a debt that we have control over.
So
Inflation we don't have control over. But when you have
Right.
2/3 of your income going to servicing debt and servicing taxes and inflation, that makes it very difficult for somebody to get ahead. And what I've come to realize that most people's plans, according to various surveys, is that either they want to win the lottery, get an inheritance, or lawsuits. But there is a better way. There's a better way, and we're here to discuss that.
Now, can you share with us some experience that you've had? Somebody comes, in all due respect, there's no way that anyone's ever going to argue that if you're expecting to win the lottery, to be rich, that it's unfortunately, as they say, a very slim chance
Yes.
that you'll make it happen. So let's say somebody comes to you, Khalil, and they're aware of what they do. I feel a little bit, since I'm a pharmacist, I always think in the medical terms. Let's say you have high blood pressure. There's pills you can take. There's exercise that you can do. There's food that you can cut back. What has your experience been? Someone comes and is out there for the big buck by way of sheer gambling or just incurring more and more debt. Do you have some steps that you've found successful, those kind of people?
Yes, we do. And what we lead with is the financial fitness program. And that's a program that's compiled with 47 different principles that allow people to actually get a handle on money and get a handle on their situation. And not all 47 principles talk about money. We have principles that talk, like the first 7 to 8 principles deal with money and money management. But the others deal with using your talents to help others and making a difference or making memories. But that is what they, we deal with financial literacy and entrepreneurship because we feel that if we start with the money thing and we take care of the money thing, everything else takes care of itself. I also have programs that for personal professional development, for people to read more. Because if people read more, they start to learn more. And the more you learn and applied knowledge, then you have ability to get out of the rut that you're in. And entrepreneurship is the rocket ship that's going to propel you forward to have more. And that's really why we combine the two, financial literacy and entrepreneurship.
Now, you say there are 47 different principles
Correct.
that you've applied. Wow, that's frankly sounds fantastic, because even if you had 10 principles like the 10 commandments,
There
I
you
would
go.
think that that would be great. But you have 47. When we get back from our break, I'd like to sort of dig into some of the principles of the 47, and what time remains, maybe we can only cover, like David Letterman says, the top 10. But we'll take whatever we can cover when we get back with Mr. Khalil Sardy. Don't you dare go away. We're going to be right back and hopefully get you financially sound and also successful in entrepreneurship. We will be right back. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now.
If you're one of those folks who needs a helping hand, like somebody to provide transportation or grocery shopping or help you pay your bills, run your errands, laundry pickup and delivery, maybe somebody to help you with bathing and grooming or in-home hair cutting and styling, you can't get out and you need medical help, maybe a doctor, a dentist, a nurse, a podiatrist, you name it, or prescription delivery, House Calls on Wheels is the answer. They provide both non-medical and medical services in your home. The non-medical services start as low as $10 an hour if you're using any of the medical services, and all of the medical services are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. Call House Calls on Wheels for further information. It's a toll-free number, 1-888-489-8980. That's House Calls on Wheels, 1-888-489-8980.
And we're back to remind you that hopefully you will join us on our Thursday meetings, except for tomorrow being Thanksgiving. Hopefully you'll be thankful with your family and enjoying the day, and be grateful for what we have in this country. And for next Thursday and the forthcoming Thursdays, please not only put Thursday mornings from 9:15 to 10:30 on your calendar, but to be very fair with you, I want you to know that we don't get kicked out at 10:30 from Level 1 Bank, because that's where we meet, 37100 Woodward, southeast corner of Woodward and Big Beaver. And it's a great group. We've developed sort of an extended family relationship. So if you want an extended family member that you don't have to invite if you don't like, we've developed some really strong bonds between people. And you're welcome to become part of that bonding procedure. At 10:30, we break up into little groups or just mingle and share ideas, and depending on how many people are interested, since we meet right on Woodward, there's a little Dally's restaurant right up the street. For those of us that want to still schmooze, we go up there and have lunch together. We are not just there for the opportunity for you to meet and greet, but we try to help you in being as successful as you possibly could achieve. And we have business coaches, financial coaches, we have accountants and attorneys. And because we're a giving type group, you don't end up suddenly complicating your life. We don't discourage you from having relationships with, let's say, your current accountant. But if you're shopping around looking for, hey, maybe I'm not really benefiting from all the tax laws and what have you, get a second opinion. And there are really two types of coaching that you should be considering, and that is a business coach, where they guide you in your business ideas and coach you in being as successful as you can. Plus, you need someone who's a financial coach to help you finance what your idea might be. Khalil Sardy is that financial coach, but he's also added self-improvement. Khalil, before we took our break, you were saying that you're proud of the fact that one of the reasons for your success is because you get involved with different service organizations, and having that good feeling of knowing you're helping other people is well worth it. But would you agree that one of the perks of volunteering for service groups like you, American Red Cross, and also you're involved with the other groups involved in giving back to the community, that you meet more people that way that are of the same attitude, have the same attitude? Would you say that's a benefit?
Absolutely, that's a benefit. And getting out there and actually it reciprocates. You know, you do good out there, good comes back, and you don't know who you're going to meet. Right. And you always meet a wonderful. I've always met. I mean, I'm a friendly guy, but you always meet great people, and they are in the same mindset because they're helping also.
Right.
So they have the same mindset about helping others.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, the nice thing about your personality is I can see just from the smile that you have on your face and your attitude, you draw people to you, and there's this is an inherent type talent, but that doesn't mean that you can't learn how to present yourself in a positive way. And I've been very fortunate many times meeting people in a service organization like the Rotary Club, the Optimist Club, or the American Red Cross. These people join those organizations because you don't get paid.
Correct.
Not in monetary, but in the relationship. And you can ask them, hey, I've got a challenge here. And they say asking for help is not a weakness, it's a strength.
It's a strength,
right?
Yeah.
Correct. So tell me, you alluded to different principles, 47. Can you zero in on some of them that you found particularly helpful when you're doing your financial coaching to help someone?
Absolutely. Again, they're all packaged neatly in a program that people can follow. But let me give you an example. The first principle is pay yourself first. And most people pay their bills and get rid of everything, and then what's left they decide to save or put away. Well, what we say is, in that principle particularly, and I'm ad-libbing, is take 10 to 20% off the top, pay yourself first, and manage the rest with your bills, because you're still going to have to do that anyway. Right. But instead of doing it in that, at the end, do it at the beginning, and that money you don't touch. It's yours. You keep it. You save it. You don't touch it.
Right. And I think that's probably one of the cardinal rules that I've heard from different people, is that do what's most important first. It's called priority, right?
Correct.
You're the priority. So the point is that then you at least know that, hey, I've got something down the line, because although I joke about it, I tell people that my goal is to live forever, and so far I'm right on track. Okay, I'm not gonna, but I want to be practical. While I'm around, I want to make sure that I got enough money so that I don't have to worry about my next meal. And what is another tip that you share?
Well, spending, first and foremost. And most of us don't control our spending. So basically, if you start tracking your spending, piece notepad, pencil, pen, whatever, even if you buy a candy bar, put it down. And at the end of the month, for 30 days, at the end of the month, you're going to look and see how much useless spending you do throughout the month.
Right.
And if you stop that needless and useless spending, like instead of buying a $5 cup of coffee every day, don't do that every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you don't need that every day. You can get your own coffee from home.
Right.
Which costs you less. So if you track your useless spending, you'll find at the end of the month that you're spending about $100 to $200 in useless stuff, and that's money that can go back in your pocket or pay down a debt.
Right. Well, you remind me of one of my Ikeisms, as I like to call him, because of my first name, is that the further back you look, the further ahead you can see.
Yes.
So what you just said can be applied for almost anyone's life. If look back the last 30 days and you got assuming you're using a credit card, it shows you, hey, I spent this much for coffee, this much. Now, for this coming month, and maybe this is overly simplistic, but I have a very small mind, but why not take out a piece of paper, a loose leaf page or legal size, do's and don'ts, and look at it, say, hey, I definitely, don't want to cut myself off from entertainment, but maybe I'll go to a movie twice a week, or twice a month, I should say, versus 4 times a month.
Correct.
And then buy more popcorn and get a video or something. Right?
No, I agree with you 100%.
So you look back as to where that money went.
Correct.
Rather than hoping like crazy that you're going to have enough money to last. Is there any other thought that you want to share?
I do. We have exactly what you said actually already laid out for people to do, the do and don'ts, and to follow it.
And do you have a phone number you'd like to give out, by
Absolutely.
the way?
My telephone number is 586
right.
612 2966.
Again, please.
586 612 2966. And if you want to reach me by email, you can reach me at Khalil Sardy @gmail.com.
All right.
And
that's sort of hard to spell on there.
KHALIL SARDY @gmail.com. And I'll repeat that one more time. It's KHALIL SARDY @gmail.com. And
as far as how do you, when someone calls you and says, hello, Khalil, what's the first step? You have them come to your office, or do you visit with them? How do you get the ball rolling?
We set up an appointment. Usually I meet with them. I can go to them. They don't have to come to me. I like that better. It's more convenient for them, actually.
Okay.
And at the same time, that's how I get the ball rolling. I set up the time. When you call me, basically you're just calling me to tell me you'd like to sit with me over a cup of coffee for about half an hour, get an overview.
So do you have a questionnaire they fill out? What's the actual mechanics? What happens?
I give them an overview. I have a sheet that we go over. I just show them what we do and share some of the information with them, and then go from there and see what the next step would be. And the biggest decision they have to make when they sit with me is if they want more information. I don't push anybody. I mean, there are people who will say, no, I love it, let's get going. There are those who want more information. Like me, when I first got started, I wanted more information.
Well, listen, Khalil, the initial visit is free. You go through an overview and you share your successes so they may pick up on it. Look forward to our next meeting, Mr. Khalil Sardy. It's been a delight. I only have enough time for my parting thought, which is, if you really want to get anything done in life, you'll find a way. And if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there is no excuse. for not achieving your dreams and goals in America, because it is the greatest country in the whole world. Remember, a goal is just a dream with a deadline.